It's like fast women. You get her real fast, she just may not be worth keeping. Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my haves and have-nots recap. I don't know why I keep on thinking it's the finale and it's not. It's just like it keeps on going and going. But I mean, it's not really boring, so I can stand it, you know. Next is gonna be If Loving You Is Wrong. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna do recaps for it. I don't think I had that great of a response last time I did it, so I don't know. I'll decide when it starts if I really want to do it. Maybe I'll just do Twitter recaps where we talk about it while the show is going on live. May do something like that. Maybe I'll do Periscope recaps. I don't know yet, but we'll kind of see what's up, and I will decide soon. I definitely know I'm going to be doing Empire, and I'm also going to be doing Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on my other channel. And I'm going to keep it kind of light for now because I have to catch up on a lot of things with my other channel right now. And school is starting back in session as well, so I'm not going to put too much on my plate right now. But that could change. We'll see what happens. Alright, so Benny, he's starting to feel a little funny about the house and about the car place that he now owns, because his mother's giving him that lecture where she's telling him that, you know, these things are coming so quickly, it may not be worth it at the end of the day. And a lot of things that's not built on strong foundations, they tend to crumble and fall. So you definitely got to be careful with that. And she doesn't even want to stay in the house now because she feels like the story doesn't sound right. Jim, he tells Catherine that he's actually relieved that Celine spilled the beans, because now he doesn't have to worry about that, and that's the biggest thing that she was holding over his head. And he tells Catherine that he's good right now, and she asks him about the reason, like why did he attack Veronica, but he doesn't want to tell her the reason. I'm like, just tell her, then she can know what kind of people she's really hanging out with, what kind of people she friends in them, you know, because that's the thing. A lot of times we feel like these people are our friends, and then they end up turning on you. That's your friend. You would never do that to your friend's child, regardless of what's going down. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But Jim, he definitely looks like he has a plan up his sleeve. We know in the last episode he did say that he had like a price over their heads. I guess he wants to get Veronica, and he said 2 other people. Oh, the owner, or the person that was supposed to be watching on guard for Wyatt while he stayed at the prison. And there was another person, but I can't remember who the 3rd person was. If you guys remember, then definitely put it down below. So Wyatt now, he's hanging out with Jeffrey. He always calls Jeffrey when things are going sour for him, but he has no respect for Jeffrey. And I think because deep down inside, he does want to be with a man, but he just feels like it's not a respectable thing to do, and he's not ready to come out. That's what I kind of feel from watching all these episodes, with how sometimes he's sometimes a little, he tries to like seduce Wyatt a little bit and play with him, taunt him and tease him and do little things because he knows that Jeffrey is feeling him. And yeah, Wyatt's the one who does all of this. So then he asks Jeffrey if he had sex with Landon, and he's like, yeah, but why you keep on asking about that? You already know. Why you keep bringing it up? And he's just like, oh, why do you keep trying to seduce me? And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like he just tries to make everything seem like Jeffrey's like the worst person ever. And Jeffrey just, he's just like over the whole situation. It seems like Wyatt's just trying to like validate his sexuality and just show that he's not down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? And Jeffrey, he just gets gully real quick, like, you know what, I'm not about to be doing this anymore. The same way that I cuss off my mother, I gonna cuss off you too, because you're not gonna be judging me and telling me all these things and looking down on me. I'm not with it anymore. If that's the case, then just leave me alone. Stop calling me when you have problems. And I was just like, yes, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, this is the Jeffrey that I'm loving this Jeffrey right now. He's not letting nobody walk over him. He's speaking his mind and being real with it. So yeah, then Wyatt, he goes ahead and he flips the script. Like, Jeffrey was getting all upset, getting gangster with him. Then all of a sudden he flips the script and tells him what happens in jail. Now Jeffrey's back to being, oh my God, you know, feeling sorry for him. I mean, yes, this is something that was horrendous, horrible. And to know that his father is the one who put him in that position once again, that's another eye-opener. And that made Wyatt say, he said that he opened his eyes and now he realized that his father's not down for him, because his father allowed this to happen. And yeah, his father, instead of apologizing for it, he just kind of brushed it off and like, yo, yeah, I know what they do in jail, and it's, yeah, that's what you needed. Like, what? Even though he was hurt about the situation, instead of saying, I didn't expect that to happen, blah, 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 blah. Now, all he's thinking about is, we can't let you go down. We gotta save you. But at the end of the day, you're not saving him. You're making him become depressed. He's probably gonna start with alcohol and drugs if he stopped for a while. And he's just gonna go down a bad path right now. He doesn't have any siblings. Well, I mean, other than Celine's kids in him, but that's gonna be a long road coming. So right now he has no siblings. He has really nobody except for like Jeffrey. That's like his only friend, you know what I'm saying? Who knows every and anything about him. So Quincy got that look in his eyes. He's looking, he just looks so vindictive and just vexed and mad. And he's on a mission. He's like driving that car super fast. Like he's in Fast and Furious Part 8. Yeah, the one that did not even come out yet. He looked like he's ready. And all of a sudden he go right straight through the house. Boom! And then he walks out. The house lights up on fire, and I'm like, yeah, Hannah, so what were you saying about going back to your house to go to sleep? Because I don't see it happening right about now. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, mama. Yeah, I don't think so. So, Quincy, once he finished doing that, the next thing he did was he went out to the hospital to go and get his son back. Because, you know, his sister was like, yo, do what we do. This is us. Yo, take no prisoners. Do what you gotta do, son. Like thug life. You know? She was like real hardcore with it when she was saying it. So Maggie Day, she officially is calling it quits with Jim. She doesn't want anything to do with the rest of the scandal. She's just like, she doesn't see him winning, and she's over the whole fight for Jim for governor campaign. She's not with it anymore. So they have a conversation. She tells him she knows how he feels. He feels upset, embarrassed, etc., etc. And he's just like, no, you know what? I feel like I want to bend you over this table and show you exactly. Release all the stress in you and on you. I'm like, but hold on, Jim. This is how you talk to your employees? This is cool. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. I mean, she could have just had a tape recorder. This could have been Scandal Part 2. I'm just saying, brother, you need to be a little bit smarter than this. So yeah, she ends up leaving and just saying that and just realizing that he's completely obnoxious, and he's just, it's like he's similar to his son in a way. He's like trying to cover up his true feelings by saying stupid crap. Benny, he calls a social worker to find out about Candace's job, because as his mother told him, it couldn't be verified, and she was the one who told her. And this thing was dumb for the simple fact that, what's his name? Benny, he called the social worker, right? The social worker was there at the hospital, and Hannah was there as well at that time. And she's talking so loud in front of Hannah, like, oh yeah, your mother's here. His mother, 2 and 2 together. I mean, if I was freaking Hannah, I would have been like, is that my son calling? You know, and then he's like, oh, does she know it's me? And she's like, no. He's like, oh, can you move over for a second? I was like, Hannah, where's your head at? You not listening? I mean, me, I'm always trying to be aware of my surroundings, especially when people near me is on the phone. I'm gonna hear what you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Because I just like to be aware of what's going down, what's going on. So that was kind of like, seemed a little odd that she didn't know that it was her son on the phone, or at least asked. I guess because that's not somebody that's that close that she has the right to say, is that my son, or who was that calling you, or anything like that. I mean, I guess I kind of get it. Whatever. So Jim, he goes to see Celine, and he tells her that she's a complete idiot. She's looking like a concubine whore. I haven't heard the word concubine in so long. My Aunt Liz used to say that, Lord rest her soul. She used to always, like, not always, but certain things she used to say that. And I've never heard that word since until now. And it was just like a flashback that I had in my head. But anyways, that's what he said, that that's how she looks. That's how people are perceiving her now. And he says that he paid her $270,000 to be his maid. And it wasn't just because she was the maid. It's because he was pretty much paying her to shut she mouth. And she knew that. And I'm looking at her like, yo, for real though? He paid you that much money and you talking about, oh, that y'all living bad, y'all living in the hood. Why are you living in the hood and you get $270,000 a year? There is so many... I mean, I don't know what their living situation, cost of living is, but I'm pretty sure she does not need to live in the hood if you're getting that much a year. As well as you have an older son that can work as well and help you if he's living with you. So that kind of didn't make sense to me, that it just seems like she's just kind of living, I guess, really below her means so that she can rack up. I don't know. Like, it just didn't really make sense to me. So yeah, that's how that situation was going down. And then she starts begging him to take her back, and he was like, yo, we was a team and you wasn't playing on the team. And I'm like, the team? This is how, like, girl, you let him tell you was on a team? Nah, honey, you can't. He was like, you was not playing your position, boo. You messed up and you hurt my feelings. So once he said you hurt my feelings, I guess she felt like, oh my God, I can't believe it was me. I can't believe I did this. It's all my fault. Then she starts begging him and saying, please make love to me. I'm like, Celine, I thought you were stronger than that, boo. You need to go somewhere with that, because Jim is not a big old fish that somebody want to catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not hot. He's not the business. Like, ew. I guess everybody has their preference, but for me, maybe she loved the money. Maybe she addicted to the high of the money or something, or money and power. Maybe it gotta be something, cause unless his game is, his slang dang wang game is good like that, but I don't know. So anyways, now Quincy, he comes to the hospital, like I was saying, he was on his way, and he like chokes up the social worker. He goes to see his son, snatches up some of her papers, and then he was saying that he's gonna take his son. She tried to defend him, but I mean, to defend the kid and just make sure that he doesn't do it, but he was like really like choking her up and stuff. So then he goes ahead and he like literally walks out of there like limping away, and I'm just like, wow, this is freaking crazy that she's over here. Like, when he finally left out, she's calling security, and they take it so long. Like, this dude is literally limping out of the hospital and no security is coming. I'm like, come on. Like, this is how bad it is in the hood, that y'all can't get a decent security guard to come and protect people. Like, God forbid it was a terrorist or something, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of, y'all need to fire all the security them and get some new replacements, because if you see even the reality shows, the security be on point nowadays. So if they're not on point in the hospital, they need to get fired and replaced. Maybe some of those reality security needs to switch spots with them, because it's not working out. Maggie, she goes to see David, and she's totally disgusted by Jim, and she just realizes how much she appreciates David for the person that he is. Like, he's an upstanding man. He loves his wife. He backs up his son, and he's just such a good man overall. And she's like, you know what? You should run for governor. I'm behind you. I'm going with you, and we're gonna do this. And he's starting to get that twinkle in his eye, so he looks like he's ready to actually go ahead and say, yes, you know what, I'm gonna do this. At first he's just like, yo, but what about Jim? This is gonna put us against each other. And she was like, yo, like, even though I said that they wasn't ready for an African American, they are. We can do this. You have no scandals behind you. We got this. And now he's starting to think about it. So he's contemplating the thought. I think he's about to get ready to go ahead and do it. And you know, Veronica gonna be vexed. You know that she's gonna be mad, because all this time, the only reason why she was so close, I feel, to Jim and Catherine is so that they can be, like, if he's governor, they would be like the backups or whatever. and now she already follows divorce papers. So she probably gonna try to get back with him now that she knows that he gonna run for governor. She probably gonna try to play nice real quick. But I really hope that he does the right thing, that he's smart, and this was like an eye-opener for him. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, this show down below, as well as this recap. Let's talk about it. Let's chat. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous. Woo, I'm hot. Live free and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.